situations happen. Tell me how you feel about it. Let's talk about it. Topics of discussion. Tell me what's your view. And let's talk about it. We gon' rock the truth. Or absolutely nothing. Rock true. Conversations fuel the mind. They current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth. We gon' rock the truth. Or absolutely nothing. Rock true. Conversations fuel the mind. They current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth.
Grande Royals, and welcome to Rock Truth Radio. I am your amazing host, Mary SelenaKay, and we thank you for joining us as we rock truth are absolutely nothing at all. We live in a society today where truth before your very eyes is consistently questioned, criticized, and altered to fit a person's ideology of God's original intent for the kingdom and for mankind. We have an amazing show today. I am absolutely honored to have both of these kings, these legendary kings, one from the Chicagoland area, one from the D, baby. What? This is up. We're also giving a tribute and celebrating none other than JDilla, man. Just an amazing, legendary king in hip hop, in music, in just music overall, man. We are celebrating today
Yes.
20 years of this king being recalled. And so, yo, let's just pay homage where homage is due. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't even realize that there's a lot of music, a lot of beats and stuff that comes from Jay Dilla, not from who you
Yes.
think the music industry desire for you to
Street.
believe they've come from. And so now, we're gonna go ahead and show you your roots. Okay. All right. Prior
Yes.
to, let's go ahead and bring in our first guest out of the Chicagoland area. You guys know him as Media Monix, Shop Talk 7, and MyRadio Chicago. What's going on today, Mine? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm as well as can be expected.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You looking amazing. I know you're happy to be discharged. Yes, sir.
Man, you know what? I don't know. Cause I had people waiting on me hand and foot. I feel I feel like hey, you never miss it till it's gone.
I know that's
You don't know
right.
what
Ain't
you had
that,
until you don't got it no more. Listen, I ain't have to lift a finger.
ain't no
Hey
like
nurse.
thing being
Hey
served.
nurse, charge up my phone, nurse. Thank you so much. And bring me some tea while you're at it.
You was used to being served like a king.
Man. Listen,
Listen.
it got to the point in my treatment there where, I went through a lot. So
Yeah.
it's like you go through a lot.
Yeah.
But and on top of that, they still got a job to do, right?
Yes, sir.
So as they doing their job,
Yes.
it's painful, especially after surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
After
Mm-hmm.
surgery, I've had 3 surgeries where they opened my chest, and then like a bunch of other smaller procedures.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So so I start ordering them around. I'm like, y'all gonna puncture my body? I'm gonna order you around.
I know that's right,
Give me some
King.
tea and crumpets.
Listen, listen. Tell us about yourself. I want you to introduce yourself to our audience, and then I would love for you to grow into as much detail as you desire about the procedure that you had. But then you just started, making videos prior to your discharge about what you've experienced, how to grow through different situations, and the importance of health, right? So if you could
Yes,
talk
ma'am.
about that after you talk about what it is that you were in the hospital for. So introduce yourself first, hospital reason, and then the outcome,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
theory from lab
Yes,
to, I mean, from theory to lab to life. Give me life application.
yes, ma'am. I am Media Monix, founder of Shop Talk 7, which is currently being ran by the most awesome team in America. Shout out Sniper Sit and Annette. Uh, I'm not saying his name, D. Smith. You know what I mean, Mary. I'm just saying
Yeah,
it, man.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Smooch, Ron Reed. You feel me? Yeah. So the journey started uh 10 years ago.
Mm,
Mm.
Really, it started maybe 13 years ago. So I was in the Navy, and whatever. When I got to my last command, I was at up at Great Lakes. Uh, I failed a weigh-in, so we do two PTs, two physical training cycles a month. I mean a year, and I failed one, so I had to go get a waiver to complete. I failed the weigh-in, so I had to go get a waiver to complete the fitness cycle. So I go and get the waiver to try to get the waiver. 3 minutes after I sit down, my doctor starts reading me this list of problems
mm-hmm.
that I never heard
Mm.
about. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
I was a perfect bill of health last year.
man.
And then come to find out, this is where the 13-year part come in at. They actually diagnosed me Balboa Hospital, San Diego, on August 13th, 2013. And I didn't find out till November 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, I already needed a transplant
Mm.
because I was at 20% ejection fraction, and I
Wow,
had to get out the Navy after 16 years.
wow.
Um, but so I get out. I mean, some days are rough, some days were better than others, but I'm dealing with it. I'm getting through it. I'm going to school. I went to Illinois Media School, where I fell in love with media and content creation.
Yeah.
You know, people know my situation, so they always telling me to sit down, blah blah blah. I didn't listen to that. But so you know, but to not make it so long, with heart disease being progressive, especially heart failure being progressive, you're going to end up in these places where uh, I end up needing an LVAD. LVAD is a left ventricle assist device, so it pretty much does the job of my left ventricle, pumping blood to the right heart,
Yeah.
the right ventricle.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm.
so I went through that. I went to the hospital via ambulance like maybe 7 times over a 5-month span,
Wow, King.
Oh
and then
man.
eventually, they decided to give me the LVAD. So I got the LVAD, recovered pretty quickly, and I'm doing okay. This is 2022. Yeah, 2022.
Yeah,
And you know, I'm getting used to it. I'm getting along. You saw me moving around.
I did.
Um,
I did well too.
you know, and so but I was struggling with my weight up and down. So finally, I'm gonna say around June, because I wanted to get on the transplant list, and I had to be a certain weight.
Yeah.
So I finally got serious, and from June to the end of September, I lost 40 pounds.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I made the weight, but then I also had I've also had a defibrillator, a ICD, ever since 2017. For those who don't know what that is, just think on the movies when the ambulance, when the paramedics go clear,
Yeah.
that was implanted in my
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
Uh,
Whoa.
so uh, I was asleep, and it kicked and it woke me up, and so I did what I was supposed to do, called 911, and they took me to the hospital. So
Yeah.
my whole heart care situation has been at Christ, Advocate Christ.
And you were
Um,
Mm.
there how long, King? 4 months?
4 months.
Yeah.
I literally left on the day that made 4 months.
Wow. Wow. First of all,
Yeah,
how old are you?
43.
My Lord.
Wow.
My Lord.
Yeah.
And then I watched,
So
I've been watching a few of your clips, and you learned so many different things while you were in there. You said God was just speaking to you. You became almost like a prophet in there. We talked about the anxiety. That was one thing that kind of, got my attention when I was watching what it was that you were growing through. And you
yeah.
stated that you were having all of this anxiety, and it was nothing anybody could
Oh
do
yeah.
about that. And I said that's very ironic that that would occur with you, because you're having this anxiety, you're in a place where you're supposed to receive help, and there's nothing that they can do for you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Mary, you breaking up, or is it me?
It's you. You can talk. You're fine. Okay, don't worry about it. Come right back on in. So we talked about this. So while we're waiting for mine to come back in, what I'm going to do is go ahead and grow right on into these commercials that we have, just to give you guys a little bit of what is going on around us yesterday. If you guys were not tuned in, you should have been into Rock Single New Relationship Show. We're not new, but just kind of revamped with new host discussing how to master singleness and rock true friendship. Our current our current conversation is to sex responsibly, making sure you guys know how to navigate around the rules of engagement. So join us on Mondays 5:30 p.m. live on Rock Truth Radio, and then we're also going to be on DeVille radio station on Fridays from 6 to 7 p.m. So again, the subject matter is to sex responsibly. Okay, and then don't forget, guys, up and coming, the date has changed a little bit, but I'll tell you why very soon. But be on the lookout for Torrance and State. Let me run a promo real quick.
My whole room feeling like flight. All the stars, hearts bleed. Every story planting seeds. Rock truth, keep it raw. We ain't trimming down the truth at all. Radio to the streets. It's the history on repeat. Say RMF. Say SelenaKay. From the shot to the state line. We gon' celebrate all day. Say rock truth. Let the whole world see. It's the Black Renaissance and it's happening on TV.
And the noise countdown. Turn the culture up right now. Trap soul bump in the background. Black Renaissance in the house. And the noise countdown. Where the real ones show out. If you came to feel free, better stand on that seat and shout.
Yeah. I'll give you updates on the Torrance and State show very soon. Don't forget, we are officially sponsored by none other than Healthy in Space. Healthy in Space, Black owned organization in Maryville, Indiana. Shout out to Deontay Glover and Healthy in Space. And if you guys are looking for some CMOS, hit him up 219-867-2003. Okay, wildcrafted purple CMOS with real fruit. If you need anything like assistance with your immune health, with your skin and your hair, with energy, gut support, even weight loss, hit them up. They got strawberry cherry flavors. They have the strawberry mango pineapple. Maryville, it's $10 for the deposit and $30 for the 8-ounce jar. Don't forget, Pinflow is tomorrow, guys. Pinflow is tomorrow. 4504 South College Grove, Chicago, Illinois. $10 to get in. 7 o'clock, you guys want to sign up. You have to be there by 7 because by 7:45, that list is full, man. You ain't gonna get an opportunity to perform. Performances start at 9 p.m. It ain't nothing but a flow, baby. Shout out to the Kings, man. Team Talk, guys. It is still going on February 21st, 2026 on Saturday. So if you have a teen, they're going to be talking with teens about how love shouldn't hurt. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. But I'm telling you, being nailed to the cross is mighty painful. So I pray that this is a discussion for these teens, that they understand the difference between the type of love that should hurt and the type of love that should not hurt from a domestic violence perspective. Hit up Crown Her More for some more details, guys. All right, let's get back into, let's see who we have back. All right, we have, you know what? We got to grow right on into the next segment. We lost mine. That's okay. It's been happening. I don't know what's going on. I did all of the updates and everything, but for whatever reason, it's just was doing what it wants to do. And so let me go ahead and bring in my guest. Now, I've been wanting to have this interview forever, man, forever. Okay. I was actually put on to JDilla probably about 10 years ago from a grand friend, from one of my best friends. I do have one of his tributes here that I want to highlight today. And he has also helped with the recreation of rock true beats from theory to lab to life, man. Rock true beats, because everything that sound good ain't sound. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, in that process, because Dilla was such an amazing, you know, king for him. Like this was his Elvis, you know. I was able to reach out to Uncle Herm, and get an interview with him, and he took us for a tour in Detroit, and we were able to grow into Dilla's Delights, and we were able to get a few things, you know, from Japan that they had obtained of Dilla's, and you know, it was so dope, you know, the love that he shown, and he just walked with us around the block. We got to see Motown, we got to see Paradise Valley, where it all started for Dilla. Like it was just, oh my God, you know, Tay was so excited about this, and I was just so happy that he was able to, you know, come out to his Graceland, you know, in a sense, and, you know, just pay homage to who was great and grand and, you know, inspirational in his life. And so because of that, man, we came across this legendary artist, none other than Dankery Harv to the state. Bro, what's going on, my king? How are you? How are you? Let me see. Are we having a sound? So you're muted? It's saying you're muted. Yeah. Double check.
No,
There we go. I
I'm
got
on
you.
air
I
now.
got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
I'm
Woo!
here. Yes, 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 yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes. Yo,
Hi.
big sis. It's been a long time
Yes.
coming for this interview. I am honored, but before I say anything, I want to give you my deepest condolences for you and bro grandmother. My deepest condolences. Um, we around the same time. My grandmother passed too.
Yes, sir.
Um, your grandmother was 96 and my grandmother was 94.
Yeah.
So they lived a phenomenal life.
Yes, sir.
I just prayed to the Lord that He let me see 94.
Come on, King.
And in these times, that's a big stretch
Yeah.
with everything going on in the world. And I just pray that He have that blessing and that grace to let me live as long as they
Yeah.
did, because they seen everything,
Come.
everything. Like my grandmother from Alabama, and she seen the Martin Luther King era, the Rosa Parks era, all the white bathroom, the black bathroom. She seen it all. Like her story is just like what? So they got so how they got to Detroit. My grandfather had got an opportunity at Chrysler, so they packed up like the Beverly Hillbillies and moved on to Detroit. And there it is, everything right there. But for the listeners out there and the viewers, I am Dank, aka Dankery Harv, from the rap group Frank and Dank,
Woo!
one of Dilla's best friends,
Yes.
my brother, my guy, my mentor.
No. Oh my God. Oh my God. Give it to. My gosh. Oh my gosh. Let me go ahead and play one of the tribute videos while we wait for his return. All right, all right. We got King back. We got King back. My apologies. I just switched to another Wi-Fi. So hopefully we should be good. Go
Oh,
ahead, please, please.
okay, for sure, for sure. So, my name is Dank, aka Dankery Harv, from the group Frank and Dank. Um, One of Dilla's best friends. That's my brother. That's my guy. That's my boy, and it's my mentor. Um, that guy is a James. I'm not even gonna call him Dilla right now. I'm gonna call him
Mm,
James.
mm.
James, which his real name is James DeWitt Yancey. He was a special guy. Um, Very uh, tedious on everything. Super, super smart. Very technical. Um, and he just loved music. Most of all, he loved those records. He loves those vinyls. He had tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of records. When he was a little boy, his mother and father would take him to the record store and buy him a couple of records and let him play at the little parties that they had. I knew James, aka JDilla, since 1984. Before it was a beat machine, before any success, before anything. Um, and I tell you a quick story.
Okay.
So in middle school, we had gym class, and in gym class you had to take a shower. And we had these weird people used to be at the shower, so I didn't want to take the gym class. So I took music class.
Mm-hmm.
So I took the music class. So I'm thinking in the music class, I'm just gonna be playing around with the drums, playing a little piano, whatever the case might be. But it was music theory. So I end up getting a big F. I got an F. I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to go back to gym. And I went down there and they had got another dude down there. I said, oh no, I'm not changing and taking no shower and going to gym. I'm not doing that. I'm not. So I went back to the music class, and Miss McConnell was at Farwell Middle School. She said, "Oh, you back to the class, huh? You gonna do what you need to do this semester, Derek?" I'm like, "Yeah, Miss McConnell, I'm gonna do what I'm doing." So I'm sitting in my desk, and next thing come through the door, Dilla came through the door, and he was like, "Tank, what you doing in here?" I'm like, "Man, what you doing here?" He said, "Man, I ain't want to go to gym." I said, "Man, I ain't want to go to gym neither." So he came into class, and the teacher knew that he was musically inclined. I don't know how she knew this, but she kind of knew. So we'd be going through the class and everything. He was like almost like I would say the teacher pet, and she loved him. So he could do anything in the class. So he taught me how to play all of the hip hop stuff. Salt and Pepper, Eric B. and Rakim, um, UTFO, Slick Rick, Houdini, Beastie Boys, everything on the piano. I didn't know why he was showing me how to play this stuff, but it was just for me to learn the music theory,
Gotcha.
the notes. The regular music that she would play, have us play, didn't interest me. And it really didn't interest the kids unless you was into it. It didn't interest me. So when it's time for a test, he'd be like, push it, pun. And I was like, oh my God, that note. Oh. Then you look on the paper, it'd be like, Eric B. and Rakim. They had a
Yeah.
lot of different notes. So after it was all said and done, and she didn't bother him. James, simmer down, James, simmer down. Um, After it's said and done, I learned the music theory from the hip hop songs. So
Wow.
all the little notes and everything, I knew exactly what they was with him showing me this on the piano.
Wow.
With that, I ended up getting an A plus. Taught me how to play the cello, the violin, the trumpet. I played all those instruments in that class with
Wow.
him showing me because it was easy. Now I knew what it was, how to push and play which note and
You,
everything. It was just easy because all he would tell me just think about the hip hop songs. Think about hip hop songs. You would get it. Just think about the hip hop songs, and it happened. So for after we got out of middle school, um, his mother, his father, they bought him a Ericsson turntable. You remember the old school with the two tape decks and the
Yes.
record player on the top? He
Yes.
got that for Christmas. He got that for Christmas. So what he did was in the tape cassette, he took one of the rubber things out and he used it as it was a beat machine. So he would make these beats called pause and record beats.
Hmm.
These beats could compete with the production that people doing now.
Wow.
And he didn't have no beat machine. It was just that Ericsson turntable. He'd pause and record, pause, record, pause, and he'd make the beat like that. So he was a real genius, a real genius when it came to the music. He dedicated everything. His biggest prize, possession and peace, and the love and care was his mother. He loved his dad, but his mother, my Dukes, man, he loved his mother. Um,
Why? What was so special about her for him?
she was his first fan.
Mm.
She believed when nobody else believed.
Oh
She
my.
believed. She believed. She believed. His dad believed too, but his mother really. We love our dads,
Yeah.
but when you get that motherly love and to have interest in a hobby that potentially and went to be his career,
Hmm.
and his mother stood behind, had his back all the way through to when till he left this earth. Um, she was his biggest fan.
Wow.
Um, I love his mother like it was my mother, because she taught my mother and Frank's mother what this hip hop was. Because my mother wasn't even trying to hear none of that. She wanted to listen to the Temptations, the Dramatics. She loved Ouija from the Dramatics. She loved all the Four Top. She loved it all that. So when we was younger, me, Frank Dilla, and our friend Copez, we came across Ouija from Dramatics, and he put us in a group. And Miss Yancey and Mr. Yancey had to come pick up my mother and Frank's mother because Ouija was at the house, and he wanted to explain to them that he put us in a group, and we took pictures for Jet magazine and all types of stuff, rehearsals. The parents will watch us and everything. At that time, me and Frank was just the dancers.
Hmm.
Me and Frank was the dancers, and Dilla was the MC, and our boy Copez was the DJ. So they came to pick up my mother, and they was like, Nisha, you gotta come on now, Ouija at the crib. She's like, Ouija? You talk about from the dramatic girl, I gotta put some rollers in my hair. Oh my God, I can't just go looking like this. Cause for them, for my mother, Frank mother, Dilla mother and father, that was they heroes. The
Yeah.
Dramatics, the Four Tops, them was the big artists for them when they was growing up. They listened to that. So she's like, I gotta put some rollers in my hair. I can't go over here looking like this crazy Ouija over there, girl. Oh my God. So when she got over there, she was a little starstruck. I had to tell her, chill out, man.
Right.
She's like, boy, you better be quiet. If it was MC Hammer over here, you would be all over him. I said, you pick everybody. I love Hammer. I love Hammer. But out of everybody, you pick Hammer. You should have said Rakim or somebody,
Right.
or Public Enemy, or Cool Mo D or something. You
Come
said
on.
MC Hammer. But I said, but I like the Hammer. Hammer was my guy. I love
Yeah.
Hammer too. I love all the artists because they all was, to me, they was all special. So we went through that phase. Turn out Ouija was just trying to extract some money from the families and stuff. So that went
Mm.
away. And I wasn't Dank yet. I wasn't Dank yet.
Okay.
Um,
Who
I
were
didn't
you?
start
Who were
rapping.
you?
I just was High Top Derek. I was High Top Derek because I had a fade. I had a big fade, so everybody called me High Top Derek. Uh, so
Okay.
I had the blind in the front. I had all the. I actually thought I was one of the Big Daddy Kane dancers. I thought I
Yeah.
was. I really did because I used to tear that dance floor up. All old school hip hop. I used to wear suits to school, the black suits, the valleys, and all that stuff to school.
Come on.
And I was all the freaky last shirts, the hammer pants. I could wear those. I wore the hammer pants. The patent leather shoes with the steel on it. I thought I was straight out of a rap video. My whole look. I had gold caps in the front, the big African beads, and when I come to school, everybody be like, they was mesmerized because the only time they would be able to see that was on Yo on TV Raps. Then I
Okay.
just come through the school with my backpack, my stonewashed jacket, like, yo, this guy, and I just come around the corner dancing, doing the splits or something. And everybody's like, yo. I had people hold my jacket while I'm challenging people. I just had people come to the school to challenge me every day. That's me dancing every day. So we got the one of my friends, his cousin used to have a lot of weed, and he didn't smoke weed.
Mhm.
I just smoke weed, and when he go with them, he'd come back. He'd give me like 2 or 3 ounces, and he's like, "Man, D, take this." I was like, "Oh my god, okay." So when I go over with Dylan and them, they didn't smoke weed yet.
Okay.
And they was like, "Yo, what is that smell, man? What is that smell?" I was like, the weed." And they was like, man, we gotta make him a name. So it's me, Frank, Dilla, T3, Batin, YG, then QD.
Uh-huh.
It's like, man, we gotta name him something. It's like, man, let's call him President Dankworth. And then Dilla was on the beat machine. He was behind. We was on Coney Guard. He was on NPC. He was like, nah, man, we gonna call him Dank.
Mm.
And I was like, Dank. Okay. Frank name is Frank for real. That's Frank's name for
Right.
real. That's Frank's real name. Frank Leroy Bush. That's his real name. So they just put Frank. So they just put Frank and in Dank.
Yeah.
And that came like that. So we recorded a lot of stuff years and years. And Dilla had got his big break working with Farside.
Mhm.
He had went to the our big unc Amp Fiddler, rest in peace, big unc Amp Fiddler. He gave Dilla 2 tickets to go to the Lollapalooza concert. I think it was in Chicago actually, and he met Q-Tip, and he gave Q-Tip a tape,
Okay.
a demo, and he was like, he called the next day. He said, "Yo, man, the demo was dope, but who made the beats?" He said, "I made the beats." He's like, "Man, tomorrow, go to the airport. I got a ticket for you. I'm flying you to New York."
Mm.
We like, what the heck? Flew out to New York, met Tip, met the whole Tribe Called Quest, and it started from there.
Wow.
So he would stay out there for months and months at a time. When he come back, he give us the report what's going on. He's working with Tip. He was working with Mobb Deep. He's working with Biggie back then. And then he would come and be like, man, y'all gonna be my Mobb Deep, man. Y'all gonna be my Mobb Deep. But all along, when he was out there with all of them, he would talk to them about Frank and Dank and Slum Village.
Gotcha.
So all these people knew who we were, but we just was fans.
Yeah.
We was just fans. And time going on, we steady recording. And then one day, Dilla had just got back off tour. Him and Frank, they just got back off tour because they do little tours and stuff with Slum. And I was down the street with my boy Mike Moolhouse. I said, let me pull up on Dilla. He stayed down the street from Dilla. It's another it's like a hood studio. Where all the hood guys go and record and chill and this is that and other. So I go both ways because I know all the hood guys and this is that and the other.
Yeah.
So I said, let me pull up. I seen his truck out there. He had a 50th edition 4.6 Range Rover.
Mm.
And this was back in the day. This is only people was riding this was doctors in West Bloomfield. None of this riding in the hood.
Come
We
on.
are in the hood. So he riding this. So I said, let me pull up. So I rung the doorbell, and he had to come up the stairs to get the door. He had to come off the machine and run upstairs and get the door. He was like, man, thank me. I was just asking Frank where you was at, man. He said, man, I want you to you gotta teach me how to smoke some weed and roll some weed, man. I was like, for real? I said, I got a couple bags on me right now. Um, I said, let's go. I said, let's go to the gas station to get some blunts.
Right.
So I had a 1987 Toyota Cressida, a little hoopty. My best friend Bud, um, mother-in-law gave me the car. So when you start it up, you say and then it go. So I told Frank and Dill, I said, hey man, we're gonna take my car, but don't laugh at my car, man. It's like, man, what's wrong with the car? I was like, man, just don't laugh at the car. I said, it's just my get around car. So they got in the car. I started it. I was like, They got the laughing and stuff. So we go to the gas station, and some guys pulled up on us in a Tahoe. This when
Mm-hmm.
Tahoe trucks had first came out, and they was mobbing. They had the sounds going, and Dilla was mad. He was like, man, Dank, take me back, man, because he wanted to go back because he got this Range Rover here, and these guys in this Tahoe. And they thinking that this is all we got is this 87 Cressidas, and he in the back seat. So he pissed. He like, man, I'm about to go get the truck and come back and try to catch these cats. Man, forget this. So went back, rolled some weed, just to show them, take your time smoking. Gave them the education when you smoking weed, make sure you eat because it'll transfer your you might get the munchies and then you might not. So make sure when you smoking weed, make sure you drink water, juice, and make sure you eat.
Mm.
Uh, you have to eat. Cause sometimes it go the other way
Yeah.
where it make you don't want to eat.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then it be like that. So we smoked a couple blunts, this, that, and the other. I said, man, I gotta go to work. He's like, man, what you doing later? I said, I worked a night shift. So he's like, okay. I said, I might get off early. So I ended up getting off early. I went down to Mike Moore's studio. My little cousin Dutch was having a studio session, so he wanted me to come lay a verse. So I ended up going, and I went down there, recorded the music, and my boy Mike Moore was like, yo, dang, somebody out here to see you. I was like, yo, tell them they gotta wait, man. I've been at work all night. Just let me lay this verse. So the other person on the other end was like, let him go ahead and do the verse. Go ahead and do the verse. So I did the verse, I ad-libbed, and I came out. And Dilla was standing right there. I was like, man, why you ain't tell me Dilla was right here, man? He's like, yo, Dank, that's what I'm talking about, man. Heck yeah. He said, man, tell everybody you out. Took a picture with everybody. We went and got in the truck. He said, listen, man, I need you to go home and tell your mother you got to quit your job. I'm ready.
Mm.
I was like, what? I was like, man, heck no, man. And he's like, no, I'm ready for real, man. He said, you don't need no money or nothing. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna get you in Frank's situation. I already talked to Frank. I'm not gonna do this with just Frank, and I'm not just gonna do this with you. Y'all got to do it together.
Mm.
I was like, okay. So I cried. He's like, nigga, stop crying, nigga. It's going down, man. Just go home. Cause he know how my mother is. Like if you stand at home, she don't care what type of job you got. You just gotta have a job.
Yeah.
You can't just
Yeah.
be at the college. Kids can't just be chilling at the crib where everybody's going to work. Gotta have a job. So I got in my car. Pulled on off. Pulled on off. Pulled off. Got home. Came in. Knocked on my mother's door. I said, hey, man, can I talk to you? Derek, what you want? I was like, man. I said, I got to talk to you. Boy, what you want? I was like, I got to talk to you. She said, I'm coming out right now. She said, what? I said, I gotta quit the job. Quit what job? I said, I gotta quit the job. Dilla ready.
Mm.
He say, Derek James ready for real? I said, yeah, man, he ready. I said, I don't need no money. I don't need nothing. I said, if the kids need something, just grant it and get it for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be in the studio all day and all night till we get a situation. And then she asked me again. She said, Derek, is James ready for real? I said, yeah, because she knew from time before we
Yeah.
was younger the situation, and it fell through. She knew before we was recording, he was traveling, this, that, so she just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was like, you know what? Go ahead and quit the job. I was like, yes. I was like, yes. So I went to the job the next day. Forget you, forget you, forget you, forget you, forget you. They like, they like, Derek, man, where you going? I said, I'm going to do my music. I'm going to do my music.
Yeah,
For
man.
real? And left the job. And I would say this. I've known James, aka JDilla, since 1984.
Mm.
He has been a really, really, really big inspiration. Um, I can cry saying all this.
Oh man.
Um, Big inspiration, my mentor. He gave me a lot of my first everything. A lot of my first everything. My first luxury car, my first passport, my first time going to Europe, my first time going to New York, um, um, my record deal, my single, EPs. This is just my first pair of Cartiers. He
Mm.
bought me and Frank a pair of Cartiers. This was back in the day. He paid $1,675 for mine. He paid $1,675 for Frank's, and paid $3,800 for his, just for us to go to Slum Village video set, Raise It Up, and Climax. Like,
The number one
I'm like,
stunner.
the number one, and he was a genuine brother. He was a giver, not a taker. Very, very, very humble. Um, he didn't care about the limelight. All he wanted to do was make a beat. That's
Come on.
it. Everybody asked him when he did those productions for all those people, and they made videos. They invited him to come to the video, but he never wanted to go. He
Mm.
never wanted to go. He was an introvert. He wanted to stay in the back. Um, Detroit, they knew, but then they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know what he did. Like the surrounding areas that he hung it in and played, they didn't know what he did. They actually thought he was a drug dealer because all the things he had.
Yeah.
Big. He was wearing a bust down Rolex way 30 something years ago,
Mm.
and everybody's just basically catching up on that. Big chain, big truck, and everything. And he just was an extreme humble guy. Um, he loved his family. If you his friend, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. He gonna look out
Yeah.
1000%. If you need help, he there. Jotty on the spot. Him and Frank went to Amsterdam.
Okay.
So how we used to play it in the beginning, the people would only like he got to go out of town and work with somebody. They only would give one ticket.
Okay.
So this time Frank could go. The next time I go. Then Frank could go. Then I go. So he split the tickets up till it came to a point he made them have three tickets.
Yeah.
One for him, one for me, and one for Frank. Um, because the distance is it made him more comfortable to go and work, because you got your best friend on the left and you got your best friend on the right.
Yes.
And both of these guys know you since you was 13. So you couldn't beat a bet. So for me, like we in the studio setting, he'd go get Frank a whole bunch of double XL, Source, a whole bunch of magazines. Frank want to read the magazines. He gonna make sure I got the weed to roll it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll all the blunts. And I'm gonna tell the stories from when we was kids. And once I get to telling the story, they, oh man, I remember that day. Oh man, that was crazy, man. We had a ball. So I remember everything. Growing up, we had a phenomenal childhood, so I remembered all of it. So once I get to talking and telling the stories, then they remember, like, oh my God, I remember that. So him and Frank went to Amsterdam. They went to go. They went to Amsterdam, went to Germany, and they went to this record label called Groovatech. It's an old school hip hop label. And they're like, man, I should have brought Dank, man. Because Amsterdam,
Of
Dank. You know
course.
what I mean?
Hello.
They want to be in Amsterdam.
What were they
So
thinking?
Dilla actually booked a DJ tour for him to play records in Europe so he could take me to Amsterdam.
Wow.
Just me and him went. And he paid, we did about 20 dates. I think they paid him between $3,500 to $4,000 a night. He paid me $500 a night just to carry the records, and I might say a verse or two. He might play the record. I might spit a verse or two on the records and stuff like that. And he did all of that so we can go to Amsterdam. So we did 8 shows, and then we had 3 days off in Amsterdam. So I'm like, yeah, man, he's like, let's hit the streets. Let's go shopping. So he's like, no, man, put your money up. Gave me $1,500. Keep your money. He go $1,500 for you to shop with. Don't spend your money. He go $1,500 for you just to, if we can go shopping. So we told that city up, shot so much, smoked so much weed. The last day we didn't even come out the room. He stayed in his room. I stayed in my room. We didn't want no more weed. And I was like, I'm done. Amsterdam. I'm done. My first time going to London. He got my passport expedited. That's when we did the Welcome to Detroit record with BBE. Peter, phenomenal guy. Brought us to London, had a release party and everything. We went there. This too. So Uncle Tim, big shout out to Uncle Tim. Uncle Tim was the manager for Slum Village.
Okay.
Me and Frank really wanted Uncle Tim to manage us because he knew how to extract it and sell it to people. He was good. Uncle Tim was good. Like, he was a super dope manager. He kept them booked. So Uncle Tim had this really nice mink coat, and I was like, man. So we went to the mall, and Dilla was like, I'm gonna buy me a Pelly. I said, no, man, don't buy that Pelly. Buy you a mink. He's like, for real? I said, man, buy you a mink. Bought him a mink. So we was going to this jazz club in Detroit. We was going to this jazz club in Detroit, and we was chilling. Uncle Tim and Dilla had on the minks. And Uncle Tim told Dilla, like, yo, man, you got to get the boys some minks, man. And he's like, man, you right, I got to get these guys some minks. So the next day, he took us to the mall, bought me and Frank mink coats, and I told him to get his kid's mother Joyletta mink coat. He got her one and got her a mink headband too. That's how giving and caring.
Man.
He wanted us all to shine. So when we did our first EP, um, with Fat Beatz. So we got a little check. So I wanted to go buy me a chain. I'm going to buy me a chain. Frank's like, I'm about to go buy me a chain. Dilla said he going to buy him a chain. And then Frank is like, nah, man, you got to go buy you a car. Because at the end of the night, because I stayed on the west side. I had moved on the west side. And I ain't gonna say it was a long stretch, but after we come from the bar, from drinking and everything, he had to drive way on the west side and then drive back. So Frank was like, man, just buy you a little car. I was like, man, fuck. I was like, man, I'm buying me a chain, man. Forget this. I'm buying me a chain. I had been looking at this chain I wanted. It was $3,000. That's when gold was cheap.
Come on.
And Frank was like, no, man, don't buy it, man. Buy the car, man. So I bought this old '89 Caprice. Just so after the night, because we stayed in the strip club. We lived there. That was Dilla's house. That was Dilla's house. So after the strip club, he can drop me off at my car and I can drive home. He ain't gotta go the extra stretch.
Yeah.
We've been drinking, popping bottles and everything. And then he came on the block. He seen the car. He said, Dank, you bought that car? I was like, yeah, I bought the car. He's like, man, that's dope. That's dope, man. I said, just a little hoopty, man. You know, they both got their chains on and stuff. I'm like, but I'm like, so we get in the truck. And we go on Coney Gardens, just the old house. And he said, go in the basement. So on the mic stand, he had his old Gucci chain with the Gucci piece and the stainless steel big face Gucci watch on the mic stand. And he was like, Dank, that's your kid. I was like, what? He said, that's yours. He said, man, you was responsible and you bought the car. I appreciated that. So he gave me this watch was $2,500 and this Gucci chain was $3,500.
Man.
He didn't wear it no more because he got a new chain. So you take this. So I had me a kit.
Gotcha.
Like they had a kit. You know what I mean? So that's just one thing. So on his house in Coney Garden, he had this room. Big sis.
What?
This room was filled. When I mean filled with clothes, it was about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 clothes racks.
Jeez.
All the way full, all the way around. When we go to the cleaners to pick up his clothes from the cleaners, the owner of the cleaners had to fill his car up and his car and drive it around the Dilla house.
What?
He had Timberland should have gave him an endorsement. He had so much Timberland, so much Rockport boots, polo vests, polo gear. Just this room was a store. Man. Literally a store, and everything was in cleaners, plastic bags, clean. So when we go into the strip club, before we would go, he would go buy him a new outfit and stuff and everything, and he'd just tell me to just go in the room and get me an outfit. So I go in the room every night, put on the outfit, and I come out. He's like, man, where you get that outfit from? I said, out the room.
Right.
Like, what? Man. And this last time I went and pulled out this black bubble. I remember it like it was the other day. This black bubble polo jacket, just white and black trim, cashmere Donna Karen sweater, some black Timbs, and I had a black old school Dada hat that like LL Cool J used to wear back in the day. And I came up to him, he's like, man, where'd you get that outfit from? I said, out the room, man. He's like, and I'm going to spend all this money at the mall, and you just keep going in here every night getting fresh. So you know what he told me? He's like, you know what? Dank, I want you to sell everything. I was like, what? He said, I want you to sell everything in the room. He said, sell everything. I'm like, okay. So I packed everything up in my car, made a couple trips, and I took all the clothes. I set it up in my mother's basement like it was a store.
Yeah.
So he had tons of Eddie Bauer jeans,
Oh my God.
stacks of them. So I set everything up like it was a store.
Mm-hmm.
Hit up all my homies. Everybody came, even the mechanics came and bought. I used to sell the Eddie Bauer jeans 3 for $20. The mechanics ate all those up. They said they durable and everything. He's like, Derek, man, you got any more of them Eddie Bauer jeans, man? Them is some good jeans. Cool. I had leather jackets, about 4 leather jackets. Dilla didn't want no more. Had them. I would finance my friends on the jackets. Give me 100. Give me 150 down. You owe me 100. Give me 100. You owe me 75. Give me 100. You owe me 150. And I
Wow.
would pick it up when Dilla would drop me off in the hood. He might be going on a date or something, so he like, Dank, I'll be back to pick you up. Don't go nowhere.
Hmm.
And that was his thing. Don't go nowhere. I
Oh.
didn't even have to call every day. I didn't even have to call him. He just pull up. Bob, Bob. You hear the horn. Come out. My mother comes to the door. Hey, James. Hey, Mom. And she loved him so much because he did everything he said he was gonna do,
Oh.
and some, and some. Um, so I sold everything, and I brought him the money. So I picked out stuff I wanted before I sold everything.
Of
I picked out me
course.
some pieces. I picked out me a whole bunch of pieces, some Timbs and everything. Then I sold all the stuff. I gave him the money. He's like, "No, I'll get you some." I said, "No, no, no, no. That's all you." "No, man, no, no." I said, "Bill, I'm straight. I
Yeah.
got some gear." He's like, "What you get?" I was like, "Don't worry, I got it. Don't worry, I got." He's like, "Man, you excused the whole thing." I said, "No." I said, "Man, just take that, take that." And he took that, and he was like, "Man, is y'all ready?" I was like, "Yeah." So we got to the lab. The boot camp started. He said, "Listen, when I'm not on this equipment, y'all own it.
Hmm.
Y'all don't have no life. Y'all life is this." So me and Frank didn't have no life. Um, Barely even dated because we spent all the time with Dilla.
Yeah.
Um, Dilla was in his room upstairs, Frank on the main couch, and I'm in the basement. So we stayed there. So after the club, this when we record, we would start recording probably about 3:30 in the morning. This was our peak time.
Hmm.
So Dilla would whip up a beat, put the headphones on, take one off. Hey, y'all got something for this? All right, all right. Y'all got something for sure? All right. Fix the beat, take the headphones off, play the beat. Be like, oh my God, this is crazy. So he say, I want a song in the morning. Finish. Don't go to sleep until the song is finished. So I want to mix it in the morning. So every night we would record for 8 years straight. 1 to 2 songs every night.
Man.
7 days a week. We record it, he'd mix it, master it, put it away. Record it, mix it, master it, put it away. Record it, mix it, master it, put it away. So our brother Common, big shout out to brother
Shout
Com,
out to Common, man. Shout out to Common
one of the
Sense.
realest. Um, Com would come down and chill with us and record with Dilla. Me and Frank was basically at majority of all of Common's sessions with Dilla for Chocolate for Water.
Ah, yeah.
Spent a lot of time with Brother Com. Spent a lot of time with him. Common gave me would give me books, tell me to read this book, this is that and the other. Very supportive. He actually connected us with his A&R, Wendy Goldstein. She was at MCA Records, and he helped us actually get our record deal. So we end up going to Common was having a gold party.
Mhm.
He's having a gold party in California. So he told Dilla, he said, "Man, bring Dank, man, for Dank can see this." And then Dilla was like, "Yo, Con wants you to come to California so you can see this." I'm like, "What? Seriously?" He's like, "Yeah, man, you got to come to California." I'm like, "It's my first time going to California."
Come
I'm
on.
like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "For real?" Yeah. Went, gave Con the gold plaque, everything. And the next day, we had a meeting with the president, the vice president, A&R, and we had Jay-Z's cousin, Beehive.
Okay.
Um, he was managing Dilla, he was managing us. And we would actually go out to New York too, but each time we went out to New York, we would just miss Jay. We would just miss him. Every single time we would just miss him. We'd see Bleak, we'd see Beanie, we see Tata, we see his Tata got a twin brother, we see him too. We see all the rock people, but every time we would get there, Jay-Z and Dame Dash had just left and went and
Man.
got on a plane and went somewhere. It was just crazy. So we at the meeting now, and the president say, "So Dank, what can we expect for the new Frank and Dank album?" And Dilla was like, "Wait a minute, are we doing all new stuff?" I'm like, "What?" I'm thinking in my head, what about the 8 years of all that music and the actual demo that got us the situation?
Yeah.
He said, "No, we just gonna do new stuff." And I was like, "What the heck?" So you telling me all that music? No, I'm saying it. I ain't said it out loud. I wanted to, but I just said it in my head. So then the president asked me, he's like, so, so Dank, what can we expect from the new Frank and Dank? I said, pure energy, storytelling. I made up a whole bunch of stuff. So when we left the meeting, I was like, "Yo, man, what's up?" I said, we ain't using the demo or nothing. He said, "No, I'm just gonna do new stuff." So I was like, "Wow, man." I couldn't believe that we weren't using none of that music because the music was crazy. Every time we had somebody like Dilla had somebody come down, if it wasn't Questlove or Black Thought or Talib or anybody, he would play them the music. You know what I mean? So now we going to New York. We in Electric Lady Studio.
Mm-hmm.
Legendary Bob Power is there. Jimi Hendrix Cat walking around. We got Jaguar right there.
Ah.
We got Jaguar Wright is there. Her fiance at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Questlove, Black Thought, Philly Frank. The whole Roots crew is there. Common, Busta Rhyme, High Tech, Talib Kweli. What's Most Stuff? I'm not sure it's Most Stuff. And the old school R&B singer Case, he pulled up.
Whoa.
So I actually went outside with Busta to smoke a blunt. When Case pulled up in his new 500 Benz, I'm like, "Man, this is nice, man." He's like, "Yeah, man, you like this, man? Yeah. Yo, listen to this new stuff." He playing some new music, and the police came was like, "Yo, turn that music down." And he was like, "Man, you know who I am?" He's like, "We don't care who you is. Turn that music down." I said, "I'm going back." I said, "I'm going back in the studio."
Right.
So I get back in the studio. I'm chilling. I'm kicking him with Black Thought. Next thing you know, who come through the door? Dave Chappelle.
What? Whoa. What?
So I'm like, "Oh my God, Dave Chappelle." So me, Frank, and Dilla, we watch Half Baked so many times and Smoke. It's
Come on.
ridiculous. Like,
Come
man,
on.
all the time. And So when he came in, everybody started laughing. And he's like, man, I ain't even said nothing funny yet. What the heck? So everybody just laughing like, ha ha, man, Dave Chappelle, man, you so funny. He ain't said nothing funny yet. We just laughing. So I'm just mesmerized. Like, I'm mesmerized with all these people.
Man.
And everybody kept on saying, Dank, this and that and other. And I'm a fan of everybody in this room.
Yeah.
And they know who I am.
Come on, King,
So
man.
I'm basically want to break down, but I gotta be strong to be in this
Babe.
mode right now. I
Mm-hmm.
can't break down like, man, I can't even believe this is like I'm all I can say to myself is, man, God is good. God is good. God is good. God is good. I can't believe this. So I'm sitting there kicking it with Dave Chappelle. I'm just smiling. He like, man, why you keep smiling, man? I was like, man, I said, I just can't believe this day. He's like, what's so special about this day? I was like, I'm here right now with Dave Chappelle. He's like, that ain't nothing special. That ain't nothing special. Now these fuckers over here, it might be special, and everybody get to laughing and stuff. So he said, I heard you be up in Canada. I said, yeah, I'll be up in Canada. So he go in his pocket and pull out a big old bag of Canadian weed.
Yeah.
He rolled a blunt and gave it to me. He said, this for you. He said, no. That's for you. You smoke that. So I had to ask him this question. I said, is Mr. Smiley for real?
Come on.
I said, is Mr. Smiley for real? And he is like, is Mr. Smiley for real? Talking about Samsung?
Yeah.
I was like, everybody just broke out laughing. And Big Sus, he went in his pocket.
What?
He pulled out 2 bags, the exact same thing that you seen on the movie.
Yeah.
With the smiling face on the
Quit
bag. He was smiling.
playing.
For real.
Oh my
And
God.
it just blew my mind.
Oh my
It blew
God.
my mind. It blew my mind. Now going into now I'm gonna get to the sad part now.
Okay.
So I might
What?
get a little I might get a little emotional. So Dilla was going through a little bit of different health scares. So at that time, me and Frank had migrated because the situation. Let me go back. So we went with BBE Peter that put out Welcome to Detroit. He took us to Miami for Winter Music Conference. So he threw all these parties for us in Winter Music Conference for the Welcome to Detroit, and it was super dope. Me, Frank, Uncle Tim, Peter, uh, Fat Cat, Dilla, we all was out there, this and another. But as soon as we got back, I had got sick because of the weather changed from nice weather to the crappy Detroit weather. So I was kind of sick. So Frank come on my house and he like, man, come on, man, put your clothes on, man. The check's in. I was like, what checks? He's like, look at this. I was like, what? So we had got the deal.
Yeah.
It was done.
Yeah.
Record deal. So the budget to record one record was $675,000
Ooh.
and a 50,000 signing bonus for both of us.
Yeah.
So he's like, man, Dank, come on, man. I know you're sick, man, but I just need you to sign your name so we can deposit the check. I said, all right, come on, man. Go there. Sign name, this, that, another. Frank's like, yeah, give me 30,000. I was 30,000. I said, what? The guy gave him 30,000. I said, hey man, give me 30,000 too, man.
Why
Bring
is
me
we?
30,000 too. I'm like,
Yeah,
bring
son.
me 30,000 too. Frank went and bought him a Mustang, put it on electric green Mustang, put it on chrome Dayton's. Dilla went and bought him a Cadillac truck, put that on 522s. I went and bought me a 96 Impala
Come
and put it on
on.
22. And it was lit. So all that went, this is that another. So MCA was merging with Gaffin. So Common, the Roots, everybody that was signed to MCA, they was already having problems with them. But our budget was still up.
Yeah.
Cause they just gave us all this money. So and with the money, they had everything allocated where the money should go.
Yes.
Mastering, mixing, this is that, another, this person, blah blah blah. They had a spreadsheet for us for where all the money's allocated, and whatever we don't spend, we can recoup it and put it back in our pocket. So we going through that. So the deal got messed up. So they needed a couple more singles for us. Once they merged with Gaffin, the vice president left, our A&R left, so we ain't had nobody in there working for us.
Mm-hmm.
We had directly with the president. So we going back and forth. So he's like, "Yo, we're just gonna put y'all on hold till we figure out what we want to do with y'all, because we got to get all the rest of these artists that's already established situated with Gaffin." So they shelved us. So
Man.
we going through that couple. We was tied up for at least 4 years where we couldn't do anything. We couldn't record no music. We couldn't put no music out with nobody or nothing, because we was under a serious contract. The contract that we had, if they didn't merge, each year it was 675 one year. The next year it had been 775,000. The
Right.
next year it
Right.
was 875. It went up because Dilla set the contract up for us to grow
Right.
with the label. So they didn't know what to do with us. So we were stuck for like 4 years. We tried to get signed to Rockefeller. Y'all got a release?
Dang.
We had no release. We tried to sign the Bad for it. Take that. Try to sign the Puffy. We didn't have no release. A lot of people wanted to sign us, but we didn't have no release.
Yeah.
So we had to wait. So me and Frank would go back and forth to Toronto, and we met some people, and they told us to come up and they'd get us situated. So we came to Toronto, hooked up with some people. We was in Scarborough at first. Then it took us downtown, to my guy Ivan Jr. and Joe's Filipino guys, which they ran the urban department for Universal Canada. So he ended up telling us, Ivan, he's like, "Man, you know what? Y'all can stay here. It's enough room. Y'all man sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't gotta go back to Detroit. Y'all can just stay here, and I can set it up for y'all to do interviews all day while I'm at work. Y'all can do some recording with Junior,
Yeah.
and I have cousin Joe's hook up the journalists to come by the house and interview y'all. They had good friends. Everybody was super dope and super loyal. Showed nothing but love.
Man.
And Dilla was like, I had to go to Detroit. I had to go to Detroit for something. And I went to go see Dilla. And when I got to his house was all packed up. I was like, "Man, where you going?" He's like, "Man, I'm moving with Common. I'm moving to California with Common, man. Y'all are moving to Toronto now, man. I'm moving to Cali. I'm getting out of here." Because he didn't hang with nobody. It wasn't nobody he hung with. So I'm like, "What?" He said, "We got to go see Peanut Butter Wolf tonight anyway." I said, "Okay." Peanut Butter Wolf for Stone Store Records. And Peanut Butter Wolf he said, "Man, Peanut Butter Wolf gonna ask you about that video." I said, "What video?" He said, "Man, they want to shoot a video for me, Nasty Filth." I said, "For real?" He's like, "Man, I don't want to do that, man." I said, "Okay." So we go down to the club, and Peanut Butter Wolf came to me. He's like, "Man, dang, you and Frank want to come to California? I pay for everything and give y'all some money if y'all shoot the McNasty Filth video with Dilla and Madlib." I'm like, "Yeah, for sure." And Dilla was like, "Man, I don't really want to do this." So at that time, when Dilla went to California, his health was deteriorating.
Okay.
Want to see a lot of different specialists in California. His mother came out there and stayed with him to make sure that he was all right, eating and everything, and back and forth to hospital and specialists and this is that and the other. They were trying to figure out what it was. So they couldn't even really get a hold to it. So me and Frank still in Toronto. We're working on our debut album, Extended Play, which Universal put it out for us and everything. And Dylan wanted to do a tour, and he canceled it one time. Okay, second time come up, he canceled it again. Then the last time he said, "Okay, I'm just gonna do it." So he asked Common, should he go on this tour? And Common was like, "Who you going with?" Me and Frank and Dank, Fat Cat, and Red Matic.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, man, go ahead and go ahead and do that. You be good. See, I'm bringing my deuce with me too." So we fly to London. We all waiting for him to come. Then he come. We didn't know. We didn't see him. He rolled in there in a wheelchair. And we was like, what the heck? So we couldn't show no emotion because it's your friend, it's your brother.
Yeah.
He actually brought you to this place. He actually broke all your music all our music been broke in Europe. Not really too much in America. A little bit, but majority was shifted to Europe. Our fan base is real strong in Europe than it is in the States,
Mm-hmm.
in America. So, but we didn't want to show no sign that we was hurt or we was feeling away because he in a wheelchair. So we had to keep it regular. So we did the tour, and it was one of the most phenomenal tours. The most phenomenal was the most energetic, the most loving, caring tour I ever been on in my life.
Wow.
Because I got to see my brother in his wheelchair, and he can't even walk across this stage. Like, we were going back and forth in a wheelchair. So every night, Dave, New York, and me would pick Dilla up, put him in the van, and put his seatbelt on because he couldn't do it. And every night he'd be like, "Thank you, Dang." I was like, "Man, stop saying that, man. Stop saying that, man." And he told me, he's like, "Man, Dank, I ain't never gonna have another friend like you." I was like, "Man, don't say that, bro. Don't say that." And it was just, we got to Paris. I love Paris for this. When they rolled them in, it spread it like the Red Sea.
Whoa.
The whole crowd spread it. And all the people from the crowd helped pick him up in his wheelchair and put him on the stage. And my people from Toronto that gave me and Frank the opportunity, my brother Junior, he went with us on the tour, and he's a phenomenal videographer. He filmed everything, the whole tour, everything. It was the most remarkable, like I said, the most phenomenal tour I've ever been on in my life, because the people, like, Europe, they got it up. They got it up. They got it up, and Dilla got it up. Dilla basically wanted to jump out the wheelchair, and after the tour, we said we was gonna do some rehabilitation with him, get him back right. This, that, and the other. And a week later, he passed away, and it was like, damn, fuck. It was just like you didn't expect that to come or even to happen the way that it did. His dear mother took care of him like she just had him. She had to bathe him, wipe him, everything. It was such a uh, emotional thing to witness and to be around. Um, and most of all, like I say, he was the most humblest guy that I know. Um, like money changed a lot of people. It
Mm-hmm.
didn't change him. It didn't change him at all. He still was the same individual. Still show love. Still pull out a dollar and give it to a person. And I got with me talking about giving. He didn't want to give me this, so it was like 2 garbage bags full of Timberlands. He didn't want to be. He didn't want to give them to me because he know I'm gonna rock out with those. I'm set. So when we go to the strip club, somebody might step on this Timberland or something.
Mm-hmm.
He don't want them no more. He's like, "Dank, you want these?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take these." So I go get a regular eraser, the old regular eraser,
Come on, come on.
and clean the boots. They have a Timberland eraser like this, but there was no Timberland shop in our neighborhood. We had to go to the outlet to get the erasers.
Uh-huh.
So I just thought of them like, let me try this, and it worked. So I scrubbed the Timberland that had the little drink spilt on it, put a little soap on it, then scrub it with the eraser, and it's gone. So when he come pick me up, he's like, "Man, dang, where'd you get them Tims?" I said, "They're the ones you gave me yesterday." He like, "Man, is you kidding me? For real? How you get that off?" I said, "The eraser." He's like, "Man, I done gave you like 5 pair of Tims." Like, so, so he had, so at the corner guy, he still had maybe like 2 garbage bags full. So we riding down 8 Mile. He see this little kid pull over. He's like, "Hey man, you want some shoes? Some Timberlands?" He's like, "Man, I would love some Timberlands. You got Timberlands?" Went in the back and gave him 2 garbage bags full of Timbs.
Whoa.
And the little kid, he could not believe it. He drugged and like he took them Timbs home. He barely he dragging them bags. He's like, "Man, thank you, sir. Thank you so much." And I'm looking like, "Man, you could let me have them Timbs, man. Like you could let me have these Timbs, man. You could let me have these Timbs." But he just was always just giving.
Yeah.
Um, he just had that heart. Um, just had a big heart. And like for his mother would come to the house every day and bring him an envelope. And once she give him the envelope, he would tell her, "Did you get you something?" "James, I'm straight." "You sure?" "You sure?" "I'm straight." Every day. Mother, don't nobody go before his mother. Nobody. If you think somebody
All of the moves in the crib, replayed everything. What? And I was like, what? I didn't know you knew how to play bass. What the hell is going on? And he said, I don't know how to play it.
So I'm gonna did he actually know, or had he just listened enough that he knew? Like
He said he didn't know, but I was like, yo, you playing that. You killing it. He was like, I just know how to find the sounds.
damn, man, that's amazing.
Blew my mind.
You still here, Dank? You still here? I think you may have froze you. Man, yo, he'll be right back on in here. But just to have, this legend in the building, I am beyond honored, man. And just to discuss everything that JDilla was, not only in Black history, but to hip hop. This amazing legend, like he said, he's inspired the world. He's inspired. Man, when I saw that, is it Jacob Collier? He was inspired by Dilla, and I'm just like in shock and awe. Like, whoa, this man has touched so many different people's lives. He has touched so many, especially through music and his medium, but then also his struggle, and to hear the story from his best friend, of how he was, the things that he promised, the things that he did, the things that he said, the way in which he, moved, making sure that his mother was okay. We're going to go ahead and play a video as we're leaving out. King, if you come back on, I'm grateful. If not, I am grateful for this amazing opportunity that I had to be able to speak to you, talk to you during such an emotional time for you, your family. Thank you for being also an inspiration and a grand friend to him. You was an amazing example in his life, and you kept him going. Having friends around you that inspire you. I always, hashtag be forever Dilla, ill inspired is what I would write, because man, like, his work ethic was insane. Who he was as a person is just absolutely phenomenal. And man, King was blessed to just be able to call him friend and experience the world with him while he's here. So if I leave you with anything today, it'll definitely be rock true friendship. And this is a reason why I stress the importance of it, because you don't know what people will grow through. You don't know when they're going to be recalled. And what grand pleasure is it that you get the opportunity to say, hey, I was this person's best friend. I was who this person relied on. I was who this person cared about. I was who this person, in times of, you know, uh, crises, he could turn to. That's the stuff that matters in life. That's what matters in life. So shout out to Mon. Thank you so much. We'll definitely rebook you on the show. Thank you, Dank, for this interview, for your love. Man, you peoples, bro. You family. Yo, for real. I can't wait to just meet you in person, man. We'll get up. And thank you guys and everybody for tuning in. Rock True Friendship. What grander love is this? Listen to me. Listen to this. What grander love is this? That you lay down your life, your lifestyle, your life, your lifestyle for somebody that you see as a friend. What greater love is that? How significant is that? To display that towards each other. Stop lying, y'all. Stop living a lie. Stop being a lie. Put it down for somebody else. And then you'll be in a position and prepare your mind and heart to be able to lay down your life. Because we all want to remain here. Nobody want to die. But you got to understand, man, it's inevitable. But what grander love is it to die to self for your brother? Rock Truth, no matter the consequences. Rock True beats from theory to lab to life, because everything that sound good ain't sound. Rock Truth, man, or nothing at all. Revelation is true. Truth is not information. Let's go ahead and I'll play this video to My Dukes. My Dukes, you were an example of what it is to be a mother and a friend and a supporter of a child's dream, man. From the cradle to the grave. Let's grow.